Hey man, I got a question. Can we please upgrade the music situation in the car here? This little 3.5mm dongle is just old. What's wrong with the current setup? It works great, plays music. Let's put in one of these things. I guess we could try one. Listening to any media while commuting is a must for most drivers. New vehicles have all this fancy interconnected technology to allow for your choice of input. Older vehicles, such as the wagon, are from the era of you get what you get. One way around this was with one of these tape deck to 3.5mm adapters, and it was always hit or miss whether they worked properly or not. No more of that crap for the wagon. Volkswagen saw the future was all about choice, and hence came out with the iPod adapter kit. This replaces the CD changer function with the iPod input. In the box, we have the iPod 30-pin cable, some zip ties for mounting, the adapter cable, the 3-connector block harness, and the quad lock harness. We will be using the 3-connector block. I believe the quad lock is for the radios that came out in 2006 and later. Remember, this video is coming out in 2021, and this adapter came out in the early 2000s. It is designed for use with the original iPods like the Classic, Mini, Nano, and Photo. It can be used with newer 30-pin iPods, but we will discuss that later. There are only a few tools needed for this upgrade: a pocket screwdriver, radio removal tool, some mechanics wire, and a wire terminal removal tool. Start by removing the radio from the console. Rest it on top of the shifter to access the connectors on the backside. Remove the 3-pin connector block from the radio. The old block, specifically the blue section, was for the 6 CD changer mounted in the rear of the vehicle, and will no longer work once the adapter is in place. Depending on the old connector block setup, the new block will need to be disassembled to include the other wires in the old green and yellow connectors. There are small tabs that hold each section together. We want the new blue section with the old green section and either empty yellow section. Before installing the new 3-connector block, remove the lower black connector. We need to splice into the brown ground connection for the adapter harness. Disconnecting this connector will cause the radio to enter safe mode, requiring the radio code to be entered. If you do not know your radio code, a Volkswagen dealership can get it for you. Remove the yellow connector lock and use the wire terminal tool to remove the brown wire for the connector. Take the wire from the connector and put it into the single connector provided in the kit. This then connects to the other single connector in the adapter harness. Finally, the brown wire without the connector on the adapter harness is placed into the factory connector where the old wire was. Confused? Right, with the radio connections in place, check the functionality of the system. Connect the adapter module to the adapter harness and the iPod 30-pin cable to the adapter module. Plug in your iPod and turn on the ignition. At this point, enter your radio code. The radio will not function without this code entered. I am testing the system with an iPod Touch 4th generation. It displayed the charging not supported with this accessory message. This adapter is meant for the early iPods, which charge via FireWire. Newer iPods only charge via USB. Adapters are available that convert the FireWire 12V to a USB 5V. All the data functionality will work: music, podcasts, etc. I would demonstrate this, but YouTube doesn't like copyright stuff. Just imagine music is playing while I press the buttons. Speaking of buttons, the steering wheel controls for forward and reverse track will work as well. The original installation instructions call for the adapter module to be mounted in the glove box, but final installation is up to you. This is Rooster. Keep on rockin'.
my soda.